The movie starts when a young lady, B, walks into a coffee shop and asks if she can use the restroom. The barista tells her that it is for customers only. When a nearby customer, Ben, observes this, he claims that B is his wife and that he is purchasing something to help her. Lured by his charm, B enters the bathroom and, due to the bathroom sink, unintentionally gets her pants wet. She then spends some time struggling to pat herself dry. Before leaving, she has a toilet seat cover stuck to her shoe. So Ben calls out to her before she leaves. She assumes that he intends to ask her out, so he does it to save face. After spending the day together and falling in love, Ben and B return to his flat to share a grilled cheese and share a non-sexual night's sleep. B tries to get away in the morning, but Ben notices her and becomes dissuaded. Moments later, Ben's friend Pete shows up and notices something is wrong, because Ben told B about his late mother, which happens to be something he does not do with a regular hookup. In the meantime, B is calling her friend and confessing that possibly she might like Ben. As she returns, B overhears Ben telling Pete that she was a disaster and that he couldn't get rid of her quickly enough, hurting B. Pete's sister Claudia and her girlfriend Hala were greeted by Ben and Pete after 6 months. Hala introduces her younger sister, who happens to be B. As soon as both friend groups learn about their unpleasant encounter, things start getting awkward. Then Ben and B begin to quarrel and grow hateful of one another. After a year or so, Hala and Claudia got engaged, and they are getting married in Sydney, Australia. Ben and B will therefore need to come together. When the group gets there, they meet Pete and Claudia's mother Carol and their stepfather Roger, in addition to B and Hal's parents, Leo and Innie. Leo and Innie were unaware that B had dropped out of law school, so they assumed she was going to get married first and complete her studies. Ben and B join Claudia and Hala on the beach, where Ben sees his ex, Pete, and Claudia's cousin Margaret, though she is there with her newbie. Claudia can see that Ben still holds some lingering feelings for Margaret. At night, the group gets together for a dinner party. All is going well at first, but then Ben and B get into an argument, which ends up in them inadvertently setting off fireworks, striking a flower arrangement, and setting Hal's hair on fire.
Ready, action. Yeah, go like. Let's camera, ready, action.
Pete, Roger, Hala, and Claudia plot to get Ben and B to hook up in order to get it out of their system and ensure that the wedding goes off without a hitch, because they are afraid that their immature behavior will ruin the day. As soon as they realize that someone is plotting, the two swim out to a boat that they were requested to pull in, where they discuss their own plan. B offers that she and Ben act as though they are falling in love in an attempt to get her parents to stop condemning Jonathan. This will both keep Jonathan at bay and make Margaret take another look at Ben. He accepts to carry out the plan. When Ben and B accompany other people on an outing, they begin to act as though they are in love. They try to caress each other, but because everyone is gazing at a koala, nobody sees them. After discovering a spider in Ben's shorts, they become alarmed and force Ben to take off all of his pants, in case there are more spiders on him. In the end, he lends Ben her own pants. Ben eventually forms a bond with Leo and Innie, and teaches Leo how to swim using the method his mother taught him. Ben's honesty towards Bia's father is greatly appreciated. Ben spends time with Claudia talking about how she dumped him, while B hangs out with Jonathan around the resort. Ben and B are starting to get along a little better. Later, the group takes a nighttime boat ride. Ben and B carry out the I'm flying scene from Titanic on the ship's bow, in an effort to capture everyone's attention once more. Ben plunges in after B when she falls into the water. Before the group discovers them and calls for help, they reach a dinghy. Ben and B have a heart-to-heart talk while they wait, and Ben apologizes for anything she heard him say about her. Ben becomes agitated as they are being airlifted, so B begins to sing Natasha Bedingfield's Unwritten to him. which he refers to as his Serenity song since she heard him listening to it on the flight over. After being returned to their hotel, Ben makes Bea a grilled cheese sandwich just like they did when they first got together. After that, they begin to kiss and spend the night together. But Ben leaves in the morning before realizing that Bea has noticed him, leaving her just as sad as he was. Ben and Bea eventually admit to lying about their relationship the day before the wedding because they knew the others were plotting against them at all times. Additionally, Bea's parents learn that she left law school after the wedding cake is knocked over by the family dog. There is a commotion and Claudia leaves abruptly. Ben overhears Claudia and Hala arguing on the day of the wedding, giving the impression that they might want to call off the wedding ceremony. Considering everything that has been going on, they accepted Ben and Bea's apology, and the couple had a happy marriage. Margaret dances with Ben during the reception because she mentioned that Beau went away. Bea leaves the party devastated after witnessing Margaret kiss Ben. Ben discovers that his feelings for Margaret have changed, and he finds out that Bea has moved on from Claudia and Hala. Then, knowing where she went, Ben makes a helicopter ride request. After they become stranded in the water, Bea expresses her desire to visit the Sydney Opera House, so Ben finds her outside of it. After telling Bea what actually took place with Margaret, Ben tells her what's really going on inside of him, and they kiss. Getting back to the reception, the two dance as the DJ begins playing Unwritten, to which everyone makes fun of Ben by singing along.